coming to you at 10 hours 55 minutes, Tuesday, December 10th. How everybody doing? Thank you, family, for watching and viewing. Check out my other social medias in the description boxes there and read some things. Let's discuss. Send me some emails. Let's talk about some topics. But the topic today I want to talk about is nursing. Well, I want to talk about nursing because as a nurse so far, I don't have many metaphors with this one. As a nurse so far, I've seen so many people at these nursing homes or even in their homes, and there's nobody there with them. It says, what happened between 20 to 80 or 70, whatever their age may be? What happened so bad that you need help that nobody come and see you? The craziest one was when I did private nursing or go to their houses through a company, and I would be at a person's house for a week. Not one family member would come by. A week. I'm almost there all day because there's another nurse that come by. It's the night nurse. And we switch and I pass down all the information that happened that day. This person was fairly healthy. So in their body and their respiratory system and their heart, their lungs, they didn't have to worry about nothing. So that was one of the best ones I had, because if something happened, I knew that it was basically a new thing going on. They just needed help, a little bit of help around the house with their clothes, cooking, cleaning. They basically did everything. And that person became part of me. And of course, you get switched off. They didn't pass away. That I know of, they ain't passed away yet or anything. They're still here. That the other person comes back, they give them they spot back and everything, because person got seniority. And it wasn't a big deal to me because I mainly enjoyed being more of a fill-in at that time. And the reason at that time I enjoyed being more of a fill-in than just a person that was, how you say it, a person that stayed with them, became almost of a companion. So, because I was more temporarily for those sites. But my main site was at a nursing home. Been at 2 nursing homes. And I'm going to get back. I took a break for a little while. That's why you see me more in the morning recordings. So, but the reason I took a break was I seen so many deaths within a 2 week, 12 deaths. And these people are sickly, and they're not, and they can't do nothing about it. All you can do is help them enjoy the little bit of time they have. But at the time, I was new. When I first started, I was new. I didn't even get, okay. And then you read they file, but you're not thinking about, oh, people gonna die. Then the first person that passed away on me, rest their souls, rest everybody's soul. Can we just give them a moment? Halom. And so these people that passed away, it was back to back to back to back. It was 13 people, 12 people, sorry, in 2 weeks. I don't think it was 2 weeks. I'm just saying, chalk it up as 2 weeks, because I was off on certain days. And then the worst is when you come back and then you see a person and it's like they're terminally ill, and it says, dang, you was okay the other day, but it was already something going on with them. And I was able to help one lady that I think the grace of the Creator, me just being there, helped save her life. Helped her life. She's still alive today because of things that people didn't want to do that I did. Like, nobody thinks about nursing. And the reason I'm speaking about this, I had a vision where I have dreams, and I make my dreams into movies. I write them down. I was with a lady. I worked at this company. She was more of the head of the company. Of course, she was an African Descendant woman. My dreams, for some odd reason, they give me that. Only dreams I ever had was 2 Puerto Rican women. That movie is going to be called Twin Swords. So I didn't know who she was. I would see her like on my lunch breaks or like at happy hour after work, out and about in the area, and she would never give me time. And then I don't know what happened. I'm gonna have to create that, and I finally got her time. She went out. We enjoyed ourselves, but it's funny because this movie is almost as what we talk about inside is like my subconscious give me movies. So when I put them out to the people, we can see a difference, and then have a real dialogue about it, and have a real discussion about why. Just instance, if we're saying African descendant women are getting the higher paying jobs more, then they won't date certain income paying jobs of African descendant men. And then in that movie, that's what that movie would be. That would be one of the questions. Why? Why don't we see the betterment that since those women make more money, those men, it can be catapult. And I've read. I want to find those people because I know it's a few that I've read off of even Instagram. The ladies with a man, he didn't make as much money, but he was working. He had his own things going for him. It wasn't nothing wrong with this guy. It's just that his time may happen. And people don't know. I want to do that coming into the new year about African descendant men. We really don't hit our stride because the world is racist. I'm sorry. And then we became racist towards each other, the reverse racism. And then we became social engineer racism. We became systematically racist. So the propaganda, the order, the agenda worked. We became racist towards each other. So the plateau of an African descendant man to really get his wealth is at 40. So basically it's as saying, well, we don't find love until we're 40. But by then, this is the truth. A lot of us, we're doing pretty good. So when I get to 40 and I'm all my things, I'm working on everything. Then I present it to the world, and I finally, or now I presented some things. Those things are in the works. So my harvest is right there. So at 40, our thing is we not gonna want a lot of women because even those women I met in corporate world, they pay for gigolos. They be with men that they shouldn't be with. I've seen lawyer women be with a lot of the dudes that they defend, like the dudes in the street. I'm talking to a young lady, which is beautiful. I actually manifested. I said I want to meet another one of these young ladies to talk to her because I grew up and when I got into my mid to later 20s to 30, I was meeting young women 19 and 18 that was musically talented, but they wasn't out there selling their body. But then you got these corporate women, okay, y'all make six figure, but they out there sexing everybody. They don't have children. I don't want to meet no woman like as that. Because I want to be honest. And I will pass up. I set my plight. I don't want no woman that was hoeing. I don't want a porn star. I used to think that'd have been cool because she changed her life. No. Because those symptoms and patterns, there's a lot of symptoms that come with that. I'm going to have, for you yourself, that's why a lot of brothers don't want to intertwine with a lot of the hood. I grew up in the hood. They don't never look at me. But you know the greatest thing? This woman, when I went to the Catholic church, she said, she was Spanish. She said it in Spanish. I was like, I don't speak Spanish. And then she said it in English. I was like, oh, okay. And she said, it's as I have a guardian spirit upon me. It's funny how I'm guarded from a lot of things. But I wish I was guarded from them deaths at these nursing homes. But that was my type of sympathy, the empathy that I always manifest to the Creator. And I remember the first lady at the church said, you're the only one that she said pray, quote unquote pray. For every time you say the same, she said, you have these things, but at the same time, that shows me the man you are. So a lot of the women that make this money, that's the best way to say it. I'm gonna get it live and I'm gonna do a recorded on that. And maybe do a live. I can do a live with someone and we talk. That's the best thing I have about me. I'm gonna say the word humble because we know the word as humble. I'm not gonna use the other words. I have the humility about me to understand and be who I am, no matter who the person is presented around me. And I have those elements, those characteristics in me. So that's why it's easy for me to go wash somebody's feet, go wash somebody. But don't think I'm not up there being perverted. And I've been around nursing. I thought I wouldn't ever see a beautiful woman around my age needing my help. She got in an accident. And it reminded me of that dream I had, of the vision of the movie I'm gonna make with the lady with the money. But in this case, I didn't know her, and she couldn't really talk. She couldn't move. So it was as in my dream. I thought that was very interesting how my dream ended up. But I helped her with a smile, and I never did anything. I had to wash her, and she was beautiful. She had a body. I thought that she was gonna ask for a woman. At first, I didn't want to do it. I was like, "You sure she don't want me?" They was like, "Yeah, she's okay. She's okay." And I cleaned her up, and I cleaned her up. I cleaned her up, and never thought nothing. Well, I'm a guy, so yes, I did. So to be honest, if you in that situation, young men, and you a nurse, and you're not comfortable, ask for help, or ask for another lady to be around, or the supervisor to watch you while you clean her. For the most part, for the parts that you need. So after you get her stuff on, pretty much don't unless you. So if she ever says something and have her sign off, which I did on some cases, but some of them that became a requirement. I don't know if it was a requirement. I think I just created that for my safety because I've done security in nursing homes, and then find out later because when you're doing the security, you can't read people records. But since I was a nurse, I was like, wow, I don't want to touch her. You would know she had a file saying she had you don't know about her court case, but you filed a suit against a place and why. So you kind of like it's like in the file, but not in the file. I don't know how to really explain it. It's like codes, and I started to Google them. I write them down on my pad I have that I'm knowing I got to give her a bath today. But she was a beautiful lady, and she came back and thanked me. She gave me tickets to something. Like these people was good. They try to even tip you. You're not supposed to receive tips of any nature. I never did. If they gave me a tip, they did it in a conspicuous way. I don't remember, and they didn't do it. They didn't give it to me personally, or they might come back and just feed the whole unit or the nurses but say thank you is like a note for me on there. But that you can't just give me, and I learned they can't just give you something. Now they can give you tickets. They have to mail it to you and give it to the unit, and the unit give it to you. Things of that nature. And that's what she did and thanked me and stuff. And it was cool. She was a single lady. I could have got with her because she wasn't there she had gotten a bad accident or something of that nature. I forgot what happened to her. And this was not a pretty prestige nursing home, I can say, because could have paid us more. That's why I'm not really keen on nursing. That's why I'm trying to work more towards my nursing, my registered nurse, and then that's what I want to make my business, do my business. So I want to care for people and show people you can still love them. It's my love have conditions, but it's unconditional. My conditions is, as I did in my other recording, as I walk into my home, do you have your own house? Do you have your own apartment? Can you cook? See, that's my conditions. It's my requirements. It's something that we naturally do every day. I gotta eat. I gotta make me something to eat. What is I'm making? Not just some instant food. I'm talking about, do I know how to make a cornbread from scratch? Do I know how to make a cookie from stuff that I enjoy? Do I know how to make a pizza from scratch? Do I know how to make my own dough? Can I go out and hunt and get my own food, my own materials? I know how to fix a little bit of things. That's my requirement for me. So if you have a requirement for you, why shouldn't you have one? You can say that's not conditional. That's conditional love. If that's conditional love, that I desire a person it's like self-sufficient, that's not helpless. I don't care if she don't know how to do something, but can she do something? See what I'm saying? That's the nursing part of me is, okay, so if I go into the nursing world and that person need one assist, that means one person. That means they don't really need a lot of help. But that one day, and what you can't do is be that crutch. That's the one part about nursing and things. You gotta allow them to be, and you gotta help. I was like, so today they trying to be lazy, but I'm looking at them like, what's their age? Cause I'm there. I've worked full time when I do nursing. I don't work part time or per diem as a lot of people do. So I'm there every day. I'm there at some part of the day for at least eight hours at least. And I'm watching it. I was like, okay, maybe they tired this week, so I might just put both of their pants legs up. But then I tell them, it depends on their situation, I'll say to them, you have to stand up on your own. And I encourage them. They thank me it's like, I'm happy you didn't stand me up today. That helped me. That made me feel better, or that did something for them. And that's the joy I get when I love people and people receive my love. That's the joy I get, that I can go in and help somebody, and then they just give you a simple gratitude of thanks. Not a hug, no money, no, I don't care, or anything else. Just a thank you. That's all. That right there, and then people talking about filling up their cup. So I feel empty. I feel as the same race women, just I did backflip for her and I got nothing. I didn't get a thank you. The woman that lived with me, the other one did in her own way, but she said nothing. So my cup runneth low. I didn't have to do it, but it was in my heart. It was in my heart, and say, because I already knew when I pretty much look at a person, especially the lady that I helped, I pretty much knew nobody had her back. And then one time we was talking, she said something, she got angry. And I said to her, and this is part of nursing too. That's why I'm good at nursing. I'm good at helping. I'm good at assisting. That's one of my ordained gifts that I have. That's one of my talents. And I asked her, I said, why nobody, I don't know what you done. Because you even said things to me, but I wouldn't kick you out because of those things. I was just hoping, I may not be I told her I'm not the most motivating person, but I will help you. Let's get to somewhere. And she never got there. But the thing that, she couldn't stay no more because I felt in danger. People like, you should have felt in danger when you let her in. I don't care if she have a knife. If that's her way of feeling safe with me, cool. It's when I couldn't find that knife. I knew where that knife was at. Like spiritually wise, it was like, it went like a whole week went by. Then I said, I'm Jane Doe, I can't find your knife. Where your knife? She said, don't worry about it. I said, no, because I said, that's weird. I said, I may not never know where your knife at, but I know where it's at. She understood what I was talking about. And I said, I haven't done anything to you, and I haven't did anything to you since you've been here to feel that excited to that you had to defend yourself. Because there's times when I feel like I closed my door. And she'd come to my door, and I was like, what you want? And she was like, oh, nothing. Then she'll walk away. I said, okay, that's weird as hell. But that was the nurse in me. And then so if African Descendant women, and that was another part of this discussion, if African Descendant women say they're the most unprotected, when do you nurse? When are you become the nursers? Like when do you help the guy that's just sitting there? You want the random man to just help you. Do you just help the random man? And if the answer is no, you can't be obliged, or you can't be of an entitlement or deserving if you're not willing to put. And I feel like, to me, nursing somebody that's easy. I don't care. Maybe it's easy for me to allow someone to stay with me. And I don't even have much. I don't even have much. Look at where it's not allowed. I don't want much either. I still got I don't watch TV. That's what people really think I'd be joking. I don't watch TV. So if I can let somebody in and I have not much, and we always say this, oh, people that don't have much, if you help people, I don't worry about that, because I learned I still have to go do the work. I still have to go do the things for me. I don't worry about if I get some abundant blessing. And I pretty much, I hang around anybody, but it's funny, I can hang around any type of person that's addicted of anything. I'm not addicted. And we love, and I hate this rhetoric. And I keep meeting people. A lot of people they don't have these crazy curses and sins upon them. I don't do nothing. What do I do that's so bad that if you didn't sin, for the person that's saying cast the first stone. So it's like, I'll throw my stone. I'm like, so you didn't sin? I say, no, sin is a curse. But if you say that I do wrong, yes. But once I knew not to do wrong, I didn't do wrong. And that's just me in general. I didn't need the law to tell me that, because you know what it is? The law tell you is wrong. But the only reason you're not doing it because the law told you wrong. No. For me, I'm not doing it because once I did it, I said, damn, this did something wrong to me. This hurt my heart. I couldn't sleep at night. It kept me thinking about it. That's what I said. Okay, I got to go fix this. I got to go replace what I just did wrong. So if I took that, let me go put hey, I took something and I had to be honest. I wasn't going to say, no, let me say I took it by accident. No, I took it on purpose to the person or the things, places that I did it. If I didn't know, I didn't look at it stealing. And people say, oh, that's funny. That's really just as with Michael Vick with the dogs. I don't think Michael Vick thought anything was wrong because you know why? He was born like that. So if a person never your mother can say touching fire is wrong. Your father can say fighting is wrong or treating a woman is wrong or doing that. But if you go through something, like taking something out of the store, what if we talk about stealing, but do you tell do you actually really talk about stealing? People think I sound crazy for saying things like this. I was like, no, I say such as no. Ask your child what is stealing. And ask them what is the recourse of stealing? What is the action if somebody catch you and press charges? What is that? Hey, that's my thing about me. Define of what we're doing. So if nursing is what I'm doing, I'm a nurse. Off of work, at work, off of work, around work, outside of work. And when things that's me. I'm a nurser. I'm a protector. I'm happy the Creator made me 6'5". That's being 6'5". I don't have to fight. I ain't saying I can't fight. I'm happy that I was fighting when I was a little shorter and smaller and a little skinnier. Now I'm a little bigger and taller, a little more muscular. I welcome a fight when you want to fight, but I use my words first. If you see me fighting, that means that person did something to me first. And when I'm winning, don't say that I'm bullying or hurting him. No, or even in this era, her. People say we won't hit a woman. Well, I watch MMA and I watch boxing. Now those are some women. I'm not training. I box. I'm not training for boxing. I don't do martial arts, but I've studied a little bit hand-to-hand combat and close combat. And I haven't done those things seriously for boxing. I do punches when I work out, but seriously training for the punches and moving and working on my craft, I haven't done that for 10, 12, 13 years. I might have worked out and utilized it, but I haven't done it. So if you telling me a Holly Holmes want to step in the ring with me, you think I ain't gonna punch the mess out of this lady? And that lady, I might punch her, and I'm not being funny, a lot of these women felt abuse before. So what if she used to get abused by a man? So she know how a big man punch her. And he might have been more muscular. He probably been whooping her butt. But she in a fight against her life against me. Because you know why? Because now she fighting somebody on an equal, I'm going to follow the rules to fight her. But this woman might wear me out. And then you going to tell me, and that's the thing I want to talk about too, going into 2020. A man shouldn't hit a woman. You ever see Muhammad Ali's daughter, Layla Ali? She fought this other black chick named Ann Wolf. I don't think she fought her. You think I'm gonna let Ann Wolf hit me? Y'all crazy. And y'all think fighting is two different things from just abusing a woman or defending yourself from a woman. It's two different things. So it's so much. And I'm a nurser. I think that's my new call. I am resolve resolution. I am honesty. I am truth. And I am me. And also I want to add on, I am a nurser. And with that, I'm a protector and provider. How come we can't have and see more of that going into 2020 with our rate? Protect that brother. Provide for that brother. He need a meal, give him a meal. Don't say, I told him I live in a cultural area. The white women got to know me. They go to the store. I feel weird. Or we go get something to eat and people just looking. I was like, I don't want to take your money. I got money, but I was like, I don't want nothing. Like, no, I want to buy it. I want to buy it. And the first thing African Descendant woman is say, she wine and dine you and you use her up. I said, no, you should have just asked me why is she doing that. Because I helped her. I showed her how to cook a meal. I gave her a meal. I made steak. She ain't asked me. I gave her steak, some macaroni, and what was it? No, steak, yams, and something else I had with it. A biscuit or something. Because that was what I wanted to. I eat weird. And I shared it with her. She didn't ask me that. I'm not using, she did not using me, I'm not using her. But it's things that I do is I got refilled. She knew and so far, if I can be openly honest with you, African descendant women, for a little bit more time, just another 4 or 5 minutes, she was already womanly to me. You know, it's funny how we talk about all this and what we do and don't do. It's funny, I thought it was very interesting, which I noticed it, and I'll be listening to like the YouTube. She called her lawyer, and then she called me over. I didn't want to know. I don't know. I knew her business, but I didn't. It wasn't in her business. And she was asking me. She asked me because you know why. And I'm getting this for younger African descendant women too. I have young women say, "I just want to talk to you. You sound so intelligent." And then they'll say something. They're like, "Wow, I hear dudes talk, but you saying some new stuff. You saying some new things, whether they agree or not." And they say, "Wow." And it's the women our age. It's like, stop. And I want to say this: stop messing up your kids. Stop. Let your children be children. People think I'm like, no. I say, when I have it, you gonna see it. That I'm gonna know the boundaries of. You gotta do this. I'm a nurser, but nigga be like, Dad, help me. I'm like, I'm gonna help you, but you gotta go out there by yourself. I can't. Of course, when they're younger, you grab them by the hand. They're shorter. Now they get older. They looking at them eye to eye, or they up to your shoulder. You got them by the hand. Then you let them walk a little forward. You know how that motion go. You got their hand, right? It's like this is my arm. I'm holding on to the child, and then I take a step forward, and I gotta let the child go. I gotta let my child go because what was all that I was doing for all of their life, for 18, 20, 21 years? And in between, oh, when they need advice, come back to me. That's what's going on. Let me help you. How can I help you? What we need to do? What we need to do? Come on, let's go. That's what I do. And but they all doing it right now. It's funny. They're not using me. And we go out and be like, no, because they got them good jobs. I got a decent job, make decent money, and I don't got time to just be spending. They do. They got that in their account. I do too, but that ain't my thing. Or I might say, okay, I got it. Let me get the gas. Look, so you know what I'm saying? It's a trade-off, but it's a good trade-off. It's not a trade-off as tit for tat. It's a trade-off for the man part. They allowing me to be the man part, and I ain't got to do nothing. And then that's when I learned, because African descendant women that's married said this. She said the woman for you and the women that's out there they say good women. I'll say, yup, you were correct. They're good women. I don't talk about what a woman should and shouldn't be. They don't do this. They do this. They don't do that either. They say they're gonna see you and accept you. And she said that's what those white women are. They're accepting you because you're not out in out here doing drama. You're not doing drugs. You're not selling drugs. You don't got a record. And she said, even if you had all the things, they didn't even. She's like, did they ask you about that? I said no. She said, right, because they don't care. We love to use the divine femininity and masculinity, and we walking into it, and we either have it or not. And over these beta and alpha males, I feel as if you're gonna call me a beta male, it's funny, but the alpha male come to me for answers and questions. See, and I thought that was funny. That's why I say I must be a zeta male, or I'm just myself. I'm just me. I am me, Otha Williams Jr. I'm OJ. I'm the juice man. I'm Big O. I'm myself. I'm a king. I'm a brave king. So I'm uncomparable to that. But what they're doing, it's like they allowing me. That's what I told a woman. I said, oh, white men do this and that. The Greek man, the whatever man. I say, you know why? They allow you to. You allowing them. She's like, no, it's something they should already do. I said, no. I said, if I meet you and want to take you out, she has an idea of that they're better than me. I said, walk with me for a little bit. I said, you think they better than me. So what you're going to do, as I do things, you're going to compare me to those other things that you want from a man, your already idea, and what you already experienced. And I said, what you're going to do is you're going to not give me a chance. She wasn't getting it. I said, I don't know if you ladies, you're getting this. You're not going to give this man a real chance and the opportunity to be with you. Because all you're going to do is you're going to be excited about what you didn't see. But these women, what they're doing, they're calling me and they say, what you think? They know I don't study the law. They know I don't know nothing about a car. But they know I'm going to sit there and say, oh, okay, let me help you out. Okay, let's figure this out together. Pretty much sometimes they figure it out on their own. Because they're already in that situation. I'm not. They've been pondering, and all I did was come in jolt the idea. I jolted them. It was as like the stove is off right now, and then you hit that pilot, that lighter pilot. I want to show you that. That's interesting. Probably under my stove. It's probably dirty. I don't care. You can lift your stove up, right? Lift up your stove. You see that light? That's that lighter pilot. Now, this part stay up. Oh, there we go. You do that. Boom. That right there, it always have to stay lit. Let's do it. See again? It always have to stay lit. See that part always have to stay lit. And if you could keep that part always lit. One moment. If you can keep that part always lit. And that's what they do. They already know. I'm just coming there. Oh, boom. And they'll spark up. Now they know what to do. Or they probably get more information that they oh, I didn't think about that. Like, yeah. And they say thank you. That's it. I go right back home. All right, see you later. Go back home. But no, I gotta fight and struggle to be with my own race woman for some odd reason. I just don't get that. And then when I'm doing things, I'm getting challenged. They make food and say, well, I'll see if you're going to eat it. That let me know if I want to be around you. Or I even hear the new stuff. I want to talk about this in 2020, the new things of, oh, I'll put him through trouble to see how he can handle me. Well, only thing I'm supposed to handle was that pot and an animal. I'm not supposed to handle a woman. She's supposed to be soft and sensitive. This had came to me too. Like women want this. I look to me. If a woman always want to be pounded out, that's abuse sex. See, nobody think. See, I think that way, and I will make you think about that. That's abuse sex. Why do a woman want to always be dug out and pounded? She lost her sensitivity. She lost her softness. See, we want to talk about divine femininity, and then we're going to walk into it, or my divine. I'm speaking of things that that's what's not masculine about me, or what's not to be that I couldn't be I'm a good brother. I'm a good son. I wouldn't be a good father and a good husband because you're going to base it on other things that, damn, I can work on my income. I can work on my savings account. I can work on investments. Oh, I can do that a baby can do that. You can take some money for a baby and put it into something. Guess what? You'll have all this. I have everything that everybody else wanted. And it's almost as a 15 minutes of fame. So as you think about what does nursing truly mean to you? What does the thing mean to us? So when I say unto one, I say unto all, it's our path, it's our journey. You be great. You fall into your grace. You be in grace. You be in love. You be in you. And if anybody try to take you from you, I hope you are aware and you stop it and you nip it in the bud. If you a person of good heart and you are a good nurser, be that person of good heart and a good nurse. Don't let people take you away from you. And there is a person out there that's going to see you for you. Selah.